One of the latest teaching trends includes getting rid of grades and homework as part of a push towards achieving equity in the classroom. We've sort of created this, rat race and competition all about just getting the grade rather than focusing on the learning itself. And that favors, in some cases, the kids who have the most resources. Wait, the most resources? What does it take? I mean, everyone has the opportunity to get a textbook from the... What other resources do you need other than the textbook from that class, that subject? And, quiz notes that you take in class. Most resources, they're favored one. Like I said, everyone has access to notes, taking notes, listening to the teacher, going to class, being there, reading from the textbook. So already there's a red flag that pops up here. It's not making sense.
My dog ate my homework, turning into a line of generations past as schools increasingly do away with giving homework altogether as part of a push towards achieving equity in the classroom.
We've sort of created this rat race and a competition all about just getting the grade rather than focusing on the learning itself. And that favors, in some cases, those kids who have the most resources.
Equitable.
Notice the book here. I don't know what the subject actually is, but just the title, Blended. And we're already talking about this whole blending of everything, meshing everything together, no distinction, no boundary lines. It's interesting how this desire for equity, getting rid of grading and homework, is a theme in these end times. One world government, one world religion, everyone thinking the same. Back to the Tower of Babel. All in the effort to usurp the authority of God, the standards that have been placed, the lines of distinctions.
Who have the most resources.
Equitable grading looks different from district to district. In Washington State, the Olympia School District nixing music class for fourth graders in the name of fighting racism.
We're a school district that lives in...
What? Hold on here. Let's go down a little further in this article. There are other folks in the community that experience things like a tradition of excellence as exclusionary. We're a school district that lives in and is entrenched in and is surrounded by... Come on, are you serious? They're going to turn this into a race thing? Sunrise Park Middle School in Minnesota did away with giving students Fs. They also allow kids to retake tests. A former professor in California said she gave everyone an A in order to decolonize a classroom. We want to make sure that our grades accurately reflect our students' understanding of the course content. We want grades not to be a reflection of students' income or other circumstances outside their control. Listen, I know there are plenty of kids that can testify that they weren't born with the silver spoon in their mouth. They may have come from a poor background and the not so good neighborhoods, but were still able to pass classes, not only by the skin of their teeth, but with flying colors, despite their surroundings, their environment, their upbringing. It's because they had a desire to get an A. They had a desire to learn the material and to pass a test. No homework, no grades, in the name of equity. It's just amazing how everything's just being turned upside down now. Pretty soon I would assume that they're going to get rid of winners and losers from sporting events, high school sporting events. Maybe there won't be any more losing team or winning team because that may be too harsh on the opponent if they lose to say that they lost the match. 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago, nothing like this was even considered. Students were driving themselves to study for exams. putting away certain entertainments to get into their schoolwork to pass the class. That's discipline. That teaches a person how to discipline themselves, and that'll help them throughout life in other areas as well. But to say that in the name of equity, no more homework, no more grades, no one gets an F, we're all just on the same level, we're going to all pass, doesn't matter if you put in the work, put in the effort, put in the study. Blended, meshing everything together to be as one, no distinction, no losers, no winners. We're all going to be as one, equal ground for everyone. Where's the drive in that? Where's the motivation? What are they going to come up with next? Until next time.